everyone. Today we have to conduct a pre-procurement conference for one project, projects, and other is for Prebid conference for 3 projects. But before anything else, this is done. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. Manaming sumasalangit ka, sambahin ng ngalan mo. Pasahalin ang karyan mo, sundin ang loob mo dito sa lupa para sa langit. Alin sa araw-araw, patawaran kami sa aming mga sala para patawad namin sa mga nagkakasala sa amin. Ito ang kami baitilos sa Diyos, hanggang kami sa lahat ng mga anak. Abagin ng Maria, napupuno ka ng grasya, ang Panginoong Diyos ay sumasayo. Bukod kang pinagpala sa babaeng lahat, pinagpala naman ang iyong anak sa Jesus. Nang Maria ay nalikilos, manalahan mo kami kasalanan, ngayon kung kami mamamatay. Luwalhati sa Ama, sa Anak, at Diyos Espiritu Santo, para ng unang-una, ngayon, kailanman sa wala ng lahat. Ngayon na naman ang anak. So, for our attending, Romeo Soga, back. Chairperson, present. Ricardo P. Lacson, back. Vice Chairperson. Morning, sir. Joel Turanba, back. Regular member. Elsa Regondola, provisionary member and user. Luna T. Lacson, provisionary member. Morning. And our procurement engineer, Rosel Villamor. So, 5 out of 7, so we have a quorum. So, let's proceed for our one project for pre-procurement conference. Procurement ID 24FC0049. Description, construction of bridge, Barangay Siban, Labo, Camarines Norte. Location of the contract, Barangay Siban, Labo, Camarines Norte. So we have project component ID, Municipality Labo, Legislative District First, and Province Camarines Norte. Number 1, scope of work. We have project component ID, type of work, construction of bridge, estimated project component cost, 30 million. Number 2, estimated project cost, 30 million, and the approved budget for the contract, 29,699,177 pesos and 12 centavos. Number 3, beginning of the contract for procurement. 3.1, fund source. We have project ID, funding agreement, FY 2024, infrastructure program based on the funding organization, government of the Philippines. 3.2, completed the bidding document, yes. 3.3, right of way acquisition plan. The road right of way will be acquired by the barangay. Number 4, contract implementation schedule. 4.1, contract duration 164 calendar days. 4.2, target start date of contract after post qualification of bidders. 4.3, target completion date of contract. Wala pa po. Then number 5, proposed procurement method, national competitive bidding. So any question or clarification for 24FC0048? So let's proceed to the number 6, procurement activity, date and number of calendar days. So 6.1, pre-procurement conference, March 25, 2024. And to March 25, 2024, number of calendar days is 1. 6.2, advertisement of invitation to bid. Date April 2, 2024 to April 8, 2024. Number of calendar days is 7. 6.3, issuance of bidding documents. April 2, 2024 to April 22, 2024. Number of calendar days is 21. 6.4, Prebid conference, April 10, 2024 to April 10, 2024. Number of calendar days is 1. Receipt of opening bids. April 22, 2024 to April 22, 2024, number of calendar days is 6.6, eligibility check. April 22, 2024 to April 22, 2024, number of calendar days is 1. 6.7, evaluation of bids. April 23, 2024 to April 29, 2024, number of calendar days is 7. 6.8, post qualification. April 30, 2024 to May 13, 2024, number of calendar days is 14. 6.9, award of contract upon release of the 2024. So any question or clarification for this brief procurement activities? So let's proceed to Prebid conference for 3 projects. First, we have the agenda. A, contract data. B, requirements for bidding documents. C, bid form, technical and financial proposals. D, criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post-qualification. And E, other matters. So let's proceed to A, contract data. Contract ID number 24FC0040. Contract name, construction of bridge, Barangay Calabasa, Lago Camarines Norte. Contract location, Barangay Balangco Basud, Lago Camarines Norte. Implementing office, DPWCDO Construction Section. Funding source, GA FY 2024. The approved budget for the contract 48,999,205 pesos and 44 centavos. Contract duration, we have 191 calendar days. Scope of works, construction of the substructure, 5 span, 25 meters, type 4, pre-stressed concrete girder bridge, on board pile, foundation of total length of 125.6 km. So we have the vicinity map, elevation, typical section here. So let's proceed to the major categories of work and similar categories of work. BCCCP, bridge construction, concrete, superstructure with cast in place piles. Similar categories of work: BRHCCP, BRTCCP, BCP, BRP, BRC, BCC, and BRR. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. Must include major structural components of both structure and superstructure, example piles, girders, truss members, comprising of at least 50% of the item of work of the project. Let's proceed to the list of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel need certificate of training from duty. Let's proceed to list of key equipment units, the description, capacity in the required units. Payloader, The capacity is 1.5 cubic meter and 110 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Dump truck. The capacity is 12 cubic yard and 290 horsepower. The required unit is 2. Backhoe with breaker. The capacity is 0.80 cubic meter or 1.04 cubic yard and 138 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Plate compactor. The capacity is 5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Water truck or pump. The capacity is 16 liters and 360 horsepower. The required unit is 1. One baggy mixer. The capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 1. Service screen. The capacity is 21 to 25 metric ton and 145 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Transit mixer. The capacity is 5 cubic meter. The required unit is 4. Concrete spreader. The capacity is 5.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Concrete vibrator. The required unit is 2. Bar cutter. The required unit is 1. Bar bender. The required unit is 1. Concrete saw. The capacity is 7.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Service vehicle pickup type. The capacity is 4x4. The required unit is 1. Motorized road grader with scarifier. The capacity is 140 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Vibratory roller. The capacity is 10 metric ton and 125 horsepower. The required unit is 2. Cargo truck. The capacity is 9 to 10 metric ton. The required unit is 1. Asphalt drain seller. The required unit is 1. Concrete matching plant. The required unit is 1. Applicator machine. The required unit is 1. Nailing machine. The required unit is 1. Diesel hammer. The capacity is 7,500 kilogram minute. The required unit is 1. Crawler crane. The capacity is 41 to 45 metric ton and 190 horsepower. The required unit is 2. Fiber hammer. The capacity is 60 ton. The required unit is 3. Jackhammer. The required unit is 2. Air compressor. The capacity is 356 to 450 CFM and 130 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Cutting outfit. The required unit is 1. Welding machine. The capacity is 500 amperes. 48 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Generator set. The required unit, the capacity is 300 kilowatts to 375 kilovolts. The required unit is 1. As per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No, equipment capacity and required unit as specified in the BPC shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. So any question or clarification for 24FC0042? So let's proceed to another project ID. Lance, bakit akala ko board files siya? Parang wala kang i-review para sa board files.
Kasi sa hindi ko ulitin yan yung sa hindi ko lang po alam kung bakit sa sarili. Baka ako nakuha ng sarili.
Ay, ito sa yung una ba?
Ay, yun. Kaya kasi
Ibinit-bulitin pa lang natin.
ibinit-bulitin natin yun. Ngayon, dapat yun. Hindi na ilagay. po sa
Sa
posting ay
posting baka okay na.
baka sa
Dapat
posting okay na sir.
ulitin na lang natin. Kasi kulang yung equipment eh. Kulang. Kasi
Bakit sa dun sa
ang
posting?
ano nilo, pang piloting, hindi yung pang propels. Kaya may special na gamit ng propels yung gamit yan. Verify ko.
Sa posting sir, maayos wala dito sir. Kasi pinigulitin sir.
Kaya nga, mga question tayo.
Pagkuha lang sir.
Kasi propels yan eh. Mag-question tayo ng pastor. Habang ano pa, gamitin, ay ano na natin. Hindi ka man gagamit ng ano, kasi board files na. Pag gumagamit ka ng trail, pero ang ano mo, yun pang so let's proceed to contract ID number 24FC0042. Contract name, construction of multipurpose building. Contract location, Barangay Kabusay, Labo, Camarines Norte. Implementing Office, DPWH, CNDO, Construction Section. Funding source, GAA, FY 2024. Approved budget for the contract, 4,949,995 pesos and 51 centavos. Contract duration, 120 calendar days. Scope of works, construction of 8.5 meters by 12.5 meters, 2-story multi-purpose building. Let's proceed to the major categories of work, similar categories of work. BICW o PLC, building construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 story. Similar categories of work, BICW, PL, CCP, BICW, PL, CCP, BICW, PL, CDP, BICW, PL, CDP, BICW, OPH, C, BIL, BIH, and BIL. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. A. Construction of building low-rise. B. Repair, rehabilitation of building low-rise. C. Improvement or upgrading or expansion of building low-rise. Let's proceed to the list of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety and personnel need certificated training from DOE. Let's proceed to the list of key equipment units. Description, capacity, and the required units. One bagger concrete mixer. The capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 1. Welding machine, gas or diesel driven. The capacity is 300 amperes and 48 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Backhoe, the capacity is 0.80 cubic meter or 1.04 cubic yard. The required unit is 1. Dump truck, the capacity is 12 cubic yard. The required unit is 1. Concrete vibrator, the capacity is flexible shaft type 2 inches, head diameter 5 amperes. Gasoline level, the required unit is 1. Bar bender, the capacity is 55 mm diameter, maximum rebar diameter 3 phase. The required unit is 1. Bar cutter, the capacity is 25 mm diameter, maximum rebar diameter, grade 40, single phase. The required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No. Equipment capacity and required units as specified in the data sheet shall be mandatory. In absence of the same, shall disqualify the contractor. So, any question or clarification for 24FC0042? So, let's proceed to the last project. Contract ID 24FC0049. Contract name, construction of Santa Rosa Norte, San Rafael, Sitio Sogsogin, Parang Road, to Barangay Nakalaya, Jose Pangaliban, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Santa Rosa Norte, San Rafael, Sitio Sogsogin, Parang Road, to Barangay Nakalaya, Jose Pangaliban, Camarines Norte. Implementing Office, DPWH, CLAO, Construction Section. Funding Source, GAA, FY 2024 Infrastructure Program. Approved budget for the contract, 98,999,986 pesos and 44 centavos. Contract duration, we have 274 calendar days. Scope of work, completing of 6.10 meters by 1.276 kilometer. Carriageway with 1.5 shoulder, both sides, 0.23 meter thick. So we have the vicinity map, the layout plan, the elevation of release. So let's proceed to the major category support, similar category support. RCP, RCSPS, road construction, PCCP, road construction, slope protection, using structural measures, example, revetment, retaining structures, warning. Similar category support, RCP, RCTP, FCSPS, FHR. The following qualifiers shall apply to this contract. A. Must include major structural components of both structure and superstructure. Example, piles, girders, truss members, comprising at least 20% of the item of work of the project. B. Bidder must have completed, number one, at least one contract that is similar to the following works, among others. A. Stone masonry. B. Retaining wall. C. Routed riprap. D. Geosynthetic. And number two, similar slope protection works with at least 50% of the item of work of the project. Personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel needs certificate of training from DOLE. Let's proceed to the list of key equipment units. Description, capacity in the required units. Service vehicle pickup type. The capacity is 4x4 and the required unit is 1. Tower lights, tower height equals to 20 feet. Number of lights equals to 4 by 100 watts. Generator equals to 5 kilowatts. The capacity is 10.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Backhoe wheel type. The capacity is 0.28 cubic meter and 50 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Dump truck. The capacity is 12 cubic yard and 290 horsepower. The required unit is 2. Payloader. The capacity is 1.5 cubic meter and 110 horsepower. The required unit is 2. Chinsu. The required unit is 1. Plate compactor. The capacity is 400 to 500 gasoline engine and 5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Water truck or pump. The capacity is 16 liters and 360 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Motorized road grader. The capacity is 140 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Vibratory roller. The capacity is 10 metric ton and 125 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Transit mixer. The capacity is 5 cubic meter and 175 horsepower. The required unit is 4. Concrete vibrator. The capacity is flexible subtype 2 inches, head diameter with 5 amperes, gasoline driven unit. The required unit is 2. Batching plant. The capacity is 30 cubic meter and the required unit is 1. Concrete spreader. The capacity is 5.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Concrete saw. The capacity is 14 inches blade with 4 3/4 inches cutting depth, 7.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Bar cutter. The capacity is 25 mm maximum rebar diameter, grade 40, single phase. The required unit is 2. Asphalt joint sealer, gas or diesel, driven with hot or cold spray nozzle. The required unit is 1. Barbender. The capacity is 25 mm maximum rebar diameter, 3 phase. The required unit is 2. Cargo truck. The capacity is 9 to 10 metric ton and 270 horsepower. The required unit is 1. One bucket mixer. The capacity is 4 to 6 cubic meter per minute. The capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 2. Applicator machine. The required unit is 1. Kneading machine. The required unit is 1. Roller crane. The capacity is 36 to 40 metric ton and 190 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Vibro hammer. Hydraulic pile brake. Vibro hammer. Hydraulic pile. Driver. The capacity is 60 ton and 201 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Welding machine. Gas or diesel driven. The capacity is 300 amperes and 48 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Cutting outfit. The required unit is 1. Low bed trailer. The capacity is 25 metric ton. The required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No, equipment capacity and required units as specified in the Prebid sheet shall be mandatory, and absence of the same shall be disqualified the contractor. So a question or clarification for 24FC0049. So let's proceed to the schedule of key procurement activity. Issuance or downloading of bidding documents. Time, March 16, 2024 to April 8, 2024. Days, hard copies of back Secretariat of DPWH, Camarines Norte, DAO, that Camarines Norte. Downloading from DPWH website, www.dpwh.gov.ph, or Prebid's website, www.prebid.gov.ph. Prebid conference. 8:30 a.m. on March 25, 2024 today. Time, place, conference hall, DPWH, CNDO, Light Camarines Norte. Receipt of bids, opening of bids, or preliminary evaluation of bids, scheduled on April 8, 2024 until 10 a.m. Place, conference hall, DPWH, CNDO, Light Camarines Norte. Letter B, requirements for bidding documents. One, instruction to bidders. Next, general condition of contract. Next, special condition of contract. Next, bid data sheet. Next, specification. Next, bill of quantities. Next, bid forms. Next, checklist for technical proposal and checklist for financial proposals. Download at www.dpwh.gov.ph, www.pilgems.gov.ph. Note, new format per DMC 85 Series 2020. Let's proceed to the additional statement for Omnibus per DMC number 85 Series 2020. Number 10. In case advance payment was made or given, failure to perform or deliver any of the obligation in undertaking in the contract shall be sufficient grounds to constitute criminal liability for swindling or estafa, or the commission of fraud with unfaithfulness or abuse of confidence through misappropriating or converting any payment received by a person or entity under an obligation involving the duty to deliver certain goods or services to the prejudice of the public and the government of the Philippines pursuant to the Article 315 of Act Number 3815 Series 1930 as amended or revised by the Court. C. Bid form, technical and financial proposal. Prospective bidders shall submit their duly accomplished forms as specified in the bids and two separate sealed bid envelopes to the back chairman. The first envelope shall contain the technical component of the bid. The second envelope shall contain the financial component of the bid. The technical and financial documents must be vigilated, bounded, and stamp marked, and documentary stamp is required on all documents with notary public and properly sealed. All bid documents must be submitted in duplicate copies, original and copy one, sealed and signed. All bidders are invited to attend the Prebid conference as scheduled for the further instruction. Contract will be awarded to the lowest calculated responsive bid as determined in the bid evaluation and post-qualification. Manual submission. One original and one copy for each technical proposal and financial proposal must be submitted. Electronic submission, e-file of the technical proposal and financial proposal. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. D. Criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post-qualification. A contractor must meet the following major requirement. A. Filipino citizen or 75% Filipino, owned partnership or corporation with pickup license applicable to the type and cost of this contract. Medium A for contract ID number 24FC0040 and 24FC0049, and small B for contract ID number 24FC0042. B. Completion of a similar contract costing at least 50% of the IDC. And C, net financial contracting capacity or NFCC at least equal to the ABC. Bid evaluation. The financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using a non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical correction for computational errors, and thus determine the correct calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. The completeness. Number 1, low price in the required item non-responsive, indicating a zero or a dash rate to the government. All price are determined to include taxes. Next, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Next, arithmetical correction. Bid prices and figures versus words, word prevail. Next, total price per item versus unit price per item, unit price prevail. Next, total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. And unit cost and detailed estimate versus unit cost and BOQ prevails. All bid amount above ABC will be disqualified. Let's proceed to the post-qualification in pursuant to section 34.1 and 34.3 of revised IRR of Republic Act 9184. 34.1. The lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid shall undergo post-qualification in order to determine whether the bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding documents. 34.3. Verification, validation, and ascertainment of a statement paid and documents submitted shall consider but shall be limited to the following criteria. Number 1, legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, agreements, and exclusion in any blacklist. Next, technical requirements. Next, care personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Next, availability and commitment of major construction equipment. Failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and its specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder automatic post-disqualification for award contract and forfeiture of its bid security per DO number 58 series of 2012. Next, performance and ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or negative slippage of at least 10% of its 2 or more contracts. Next, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Next, substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract per condition of the item of inspection. Next, DO number 127 series 2018, strict application of Republic Act 9184 and the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contract with the DPWH. Then authenticity and correctness of bid security. Financial requirements. Bid price proposal and NFCC. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 09, series of 2012, technical requirements for civil works project for public bidding. If the proposed technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that 1, the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. And number 2, he or she will be replaced with another person equal or better qualification as specified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder in the contract under bidding will be awarded. Next, this certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Next, also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment placed by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. Contract award. The contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid, or LCRB, as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Next, contract award should be made within the bid validity period. Next, subcontracting is not allowed. A. Common reason for rejection of bids. Ineligibility and post-disqualification of bidders. Number 1, failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Next, shorter bid validity and bid security period. Next, overlapping of bridge equipment and committed technical personnel. Next, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Next, late submission of bid. And a failure to submit supporting documents. Example, certification of the availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. And bridge equipment is to be leased or purchased. Next, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Next, unsatisfactory CP's rating. Next, single proprietor. Signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. Next, corporation or cooperative, board secretary, certificate, and board resolution. Next, joint venture resolution or agreement. Next, partnership as indicated in the articles of partnership. And the discount offered in the bid form must be signed by owner or proprietor or authorized managing officer. Hence, liaison officer signature may only be accepted provided that a specified limit of discount be included in the special power of attorney or SPA. So, in the question of clarification for our activities, Prebid conference for the 3 projects, if none, any announcement?
April 1.
Opening, April 1.
Maintenance
Ilang projects?
Isang infra po, tas dalawang maintenance.
Isang infra, isang maintenance.
Dalawang
Dalawang maintenance project.
Saka Prebid po school.
And Prebid for school building. So, any concern? If none, our activities, pre-procurement, and Prebid conference is adjourned. Thank you very much.